Hey up there. Here we are on another instalment from Christy Burgervan on the strip down and rebuild of the AN400 Burgman. Today we're looking at taking out the front, the shocker which lies underneath the fuel tank, and it was a right pick of a job. There's a bolt goes through the front of it into a captive nut, gets all the rubbish from the road on it, and it was a right job to get it out. I spent about a week faffing about with it, soaking it in WD and all sorts of other anti-rust stuff. Tried whacking it with a hammer, but it's just bouncing in the bush. But eventually we cracked it. So here's the video and see what you think. Not the best video in the world. I was trying to hold my phone on the camera to do it, and some of the shots aren't great. But anyway, hope you enjoy it. Well, here's been a little interesting little project on the Burgman. Front shock absorber nut underneath the fuel tank. Fuel tank's out obviously, but right where it gets all the rubbish off the road. So first of all, there's a nut on the back. Sorry, bolt through. 10mm bolt coming through, and it's a fine thread with a captivated nut. So started putting some pressure on the bolt at the other end with a big bar, and it actually snapped the captivated nut, snapped the welds off. As you can see, there's camera on there. So I tried all sorts of ways of trying to get this out. Can't put any heat on it because there's nitrogen gas in here, and there's a row of bush on through the middle. I didn't want to wreck the bush. I was going to cut the bolt off, but instead I fabricated a bracket. Here we are. Welded a 10mm, 10mm, no, 12mm and an 8mm, a 10mm nut on the end of it. See if we can get the end out, and put a little dimple in the end of the bolt there, so I could put a ball bearing into it. So what actually happens is this fits over. I've that much thread sticking out there, so I have to get rid of that, get around that. So this fits over, does fit over honestly. Just need to tap. Right. So this fits over there. But I had to use, first time I tried it, it just spread the bracket. So I had to use some little G clamps. I put one down at the bottom, down here, and one over here. Ball bearing in the end, and started winding away. And anyway, just to move forward a bit. So turn the bolt on the end of the bracket, and with a mighty bang, it brought the rust on the bolt. And I've had WD on it. I've had all sorts into it for days and days trying to soak it. But you can see when you lift it out, there's a big bush in the middle of it, and the rubber. So anyway, winner, chicken dinner. See you again. So the first time I tried it, like I said, it spread the bracket, and also the bolt was actually tracking across the bolt I was trying to get out. So that's why I had to put a bit of a dimple in. And I was thinking, where on earth have I got a ball bearing to go in the end of this that small? And I was sort of scratching my head, and I had the light bulb moment middle of the night once in bed, like you tend to do. And I've got a little BB pistol, so I used a BB shot. And once I put that in, and once I got it clamped up, it was like a doddle, and it just cracked it out and brought the corrosion. So if you've got a Burgman 250 400 with that shocker on the bottom there, well, they all have, haven't they? I'd just suggest taking your side panel, the bottom footboard panels off, and just having a look at it. Just see if you can get it out, or squirt a bit of stuff into it to see if you can get it out. Well, just to loosen it to free it off a bit. I don't think you can get at the back of it because I think the tank drops down and covers the back of the captive nut. But I mean, if you can get some stuff up there and get it moving a bit and just release it, maybe just get the back end up and put a block under the wheel just so it's not under pressure on the shock absorber. You might be able to get the bolt out, clean it up and grease it up and get it back in. You probably never have to touch it again, but somebody might, and if you can make it easier for them, then why not? So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the like button, stick your comments on, love to see the comments, and I'll reply to them all. Thanks for watching. See you again.